It's nothing better than being down here on a Saturday when there's nobody here, and you put some good music on, and you just kind of get lost in the glass for a while. Craig Weido, I'm the production manager here at the Neon Company, and we're going to go over the 6 steps of making a neon sign. Today we're going to make a hamburger. We had one that we sold from our inventory, so we need to replace it and show you how to do it. So the first step in making a neon sign, you would create a pattern in the computer. We use vintage software. We're able to set the scale of the tube along with creating a pattern that's the same diameter so that we can visually inspect it to tell what is going to be too tight to capture with neon tubes. So step 2 in the process of making a neon sign would be taking your pattern out to the bending table, collecting your glass, and starting to actually bend the glass to the neon pattern. You have a few minutes of heating the glass, and then you have about 30 seconds to be able to bend the glass and set it on the pattern to make sure that you are progressing across the pattern as accurate as possible. The industry of neon tube bending is actually kind of dying off as signage is being outsourced and being changed over to LED. So that's where, being a craftsman, you kind of fall in love with the aspect of bending the glass. Once you bend the glass, the next step would be to process or pump the tubes, and that is putting the tubes under vacuum. It's drawing all the moisture out of the tube, it's drawing all the dirt out of the tube. We hook the tube up to a bombarding transformer, and that actually heats up the glass to 450 degrees. That cleans the glass and makes it a pure vacuum inside the tube. Once the tube cools back down, then we inject a little bit of either neon gas or argon gas, and that's how you make a low pressure neon tube. The next step would be to block out paint the tube. And the block out process is anything we don't want you to see. There's a special paint that we buy for the industry that we can either dip the tubes down into or we can brush the paint on. This just is a little bit of a way to trick the eye and force the eye to see the elements of the neon tube that we want you to see. Then we will cut a piece of material for the background. Once we have the piece of material cut, we'll lay the neon tube on top of it and we'll mark for the tube support. We'll drill or screw for pop rivets, kind of depending on what anchor system is used on that project. And then we will mount the transformer on the back of it, assemble the glass to the front of it, add the connecting wires to each tube to the transformer, plug it in and light it up. Making neon signs, you're sharing your emotions. It's just fantastic.